May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. According to the National Library of Medicine, Asian Americans demonstrated lower rates of any type of mental health related service than the rest of the population.
Yeah, this morning we want to take a look at how many people in these cultures struggle with the stigma behind mental health care. Joining us right now to talk about it is mindfulness practitioner and meditation and health teacher Sujan Shah. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Namaste, as we say in my culture.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit first about your background. Not a therapist.
No.
No, yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not, full disclosure, I'm not a certified psychiatrist or counselor in a traditional way, but I bring a lot of wisdom from Eastern wisdom methodologies, such as mindfulness, meditation, yoga. And as we are talking about AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islander, I think we all have something to offer to this world. And as my heritage is Indian, being Indian, I think yoga is the most important thing I had been practicing, and I want to share with the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're talking about, getting mental health help.
Yes.
I know you're going to tie yoga into that, but there's a stigma with mental health with a lot of different cultures. But why specifically in the Asian culture is there a stigma with getting help for mental health?
I think traditionally we have always linked the strength to being stronger, muscular. And I think that link needs to be disassociated. So the strongest emotion known to human is love. And when I ask this question to folks outside, especially juvenile detention kids, they always say anger, frustration, anxiety. For them, it might feel like that is the strongest emotion. But the strongest emotion we all celebrate, we know that it is love. So love has capacity and strength to absorb all this negativity into it. And because of that reason, if I say that love is the strongest emotion as a man or somebody from specific culture, is being looked up as weaker, something soft, without knowing something which is very gentle can be very powerful.
Yeah.
And that's where we all struggle expressing ourselves, seeking important help, that as long as you have a mind, mental health is important.
Yeah. Well, because when you look at certain communities and certain cultures, we know with that sort of like strength and is affiliated with some more than others. For example, like where they might think of going to do something for your mental health is showing a sign of weakness.
Right.
I mean, is that sort of what you're talking about in AAPI communities?
Exactly. And if you see historically, heritage of India, we've always been open about expressing who we really are, and making mindfulness the most important factor, because yoga and meditation tells us how to regulate your emotions and thoughts with the help of yoga practices. That's our traditional value, not making it shameful. But along the way, there were a lot of cultures who came and mixed their ideologies with our heritages, Indian independence and history, and I think that got mixed and confused with who we really are.
Yeah.
And now it is slowly coming back to the front stage that no, our heritage is being very transparent about oneself and rest of the community. And I think we're doing a good job of now addressing things and saying, no, mental health is important.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be shameful. Just like you take care of your muscles, your body,
Your physical health.
like I said, as long as you have mind, it has to have importance.
So this month, as we're prioritizing our mental health, what are you telling people to do? How are you asking them to access mental health care?
So before it becomes mental health, you got to remember, it's not that it matters when you're in front of psychiatrist or counselor. Mental health starts when you're at home. You got to be at ease. You got to know what are these emotions and thoughts and how they're stopping you or struggling and creating obstacles in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
I think mental health starts there. And a very softer version of mental health is mindfulness. And mindfulness starts wherever you are. You don't have to be in hospital or clinic or any certified psychiatric or counselor. That's where we begin. Just like a heart attack, Heart attack doesn't start overnight.
Right.
It's a snowball effect of not having healthy lifestyle. It's the same way mental health, mental hygiene is important.
So, I mean, maybe where there is this stigma around mental health too, it might be easier for some of these cultures to start with yoga, mindfulness, meditation. It doesn't have that stigma, but it is good for your mental health. Is that what you're saying?
100%. And if you look at the statistics, we don't have much providers to help everybody who is going through mental health problems. If you want a counselor or psychiatrist, look at the wait time. We don't have many providers. So what does it tell you? That you got to have some sort of program for the folks to understand on their own.
Do it on their own,
Right.
And we're looking at video of you. It looks like you speak to groups on this and whatnot.
Yes.
So how could people access the information that you're sharing with these groups?
Absolutely. I'm so proud of this work. With Richmond Juvenile Detention Center, we have started a mindfulness program, and I must give credit to some of the important folks like Judge Julie, the chief, Kyle Dobbs, and the helper who is helping us to get this thing together, Mr. Roberts, Miss Janae, and so many amazing folks. They have not done this traditionally, but we're helping kids to get back on their own. And a lot of people say, oh, they are the one who needs help, but they forget that they are the product of society.
Yeah.
And it's like a slap on the face saying, they're the one who need help. No, the help starts, like I said, at home in the society. Society is an expression of some of individuals in it. And if those individuals are not joyful and conflicted, together it's going to show up in the society, the nation, and the world.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you for the work that you're doing. We're going to include a link so that people know how to find you.
Please.
And find some of your programs.
Sure.
Sujan Shah, thank you for coming on this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having me.